Hello and good morning, grade 7 with you, Mr. Samir Awad. And today we are going to start chapter 3, the atmosphere, and we are going to talk today about the air around you, part 1. That's first lesson. And today we have two axes. We will work on one, what is the composition of the Earth's atmosphere? The other one, how is the atmosphere as a system, will be part 2. So let's start our session today, guys. What is the composition of the Earth's atmosphere? So the sun disappears behind thick, dark clouds. In the distance, you see the bright flash of the sun at the sunset, and then you hear a crack of thunder or something like that. To make it home just as downpour begins and it will start to rain, so the weather changed quickly, was close. So if we say the definition for the weather, it will be the condition of the Earth's atmosphere at a particular time and a particular place. But what is atmosphere, guys? The Earth's atmosphere, it's like a big envelope of gases surrounds the planet itself of the Earth. And the Earth's atmosphere consists of some main gases like nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, water vapor, and other gases are called also trace gases. And also you will get gas particles of liquid like water vapor and solids like smoke and dust. First of all, nitrogen, and the most abundant gas in the atmosphere is nitrogen. It makes up a little more than 3/4 of the air. It's around 78% of the air we breathe. And nitrogen occurs in the living organisms in order to make our body components need the nitrogen by 3% of the weight of the human body. Oxygen, that's coming second, the most second abundant gas in the atmosphere. It makes only about 21% of the volume of the atmosphere, and plants and animals need the oxygen directly from the air and start to breathe it and take it in order to release the energy from their food. Other gases. Argon makes up most of the other 1% of the gases, and the remaining gases are called trace gases because only small amounts of them are present. Carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide makes up much less than 1% of the atmosphere, but it is essential to life because plants must have carbon dioxide to produce their own food and to release oxygen to the plant too, in order to make balance. And these cells of the animals break down food and give off carbon dioxide as waste product as it's going out of our body through the lungs. And when fuel like coal or gasoline, fossil fuels are burned, they also release carbon dioxide. Burning these fuels increases the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. That is giving us main gas in air. Like we'll see here, the percent of nitrogen is the maximum 78%, and that is the oxygen about 21%, and that is the Other gases 1%, including argon and carbon dioxide and helium, water vapor, smoke and dust, and other liquid particles too, and solid particles. Water vapor. And so far we have discussed the composition of dry air, but in reality, air is not dry. Air contains water vapor and water in the form of gas. Yeah, the water vapor you wouldn't see it because it's invisible, and it is not same thing like steam, because steam is made up of tiny droplets of liquid water, and the amount of water vapor in the air varies greatly from a place to another place and from time to another time. We call it humidity. Yeah, if you get to Google weather and you start to get the humidity, you will know that's talking about the water vapor amount in the air. And the water vapor plays an important role in the Earth's weather because it's making moderate one. Yeah. Clouds form when water vapor condenses out of the air to form tiny droplets of liquid water or crystals of ice. And if these droplets or crystals become heavy enough not for the clouds to carry, they start to fall down as precipitation, rains, snow, hail, or even as we get before, sleet. That's, guys, we will get the difference here between the area of the desert here will be dry enough. Yeah, solid particles are more than the water droplets and water vapor there. And on the other side, we'll get in the jungle or in the tropical areas. Yeah, it's getting to be wet and moderate and humid. A lot of water vapor are there. And that's a big difference. The particles, and that's last part of our session today, because here particles will get pure air, contains gases, and exist in the laboratory if you want it pure. But it's not in reality pure gas. It contains solid and liquid particles of dust, smoke, salt, and chemicals. If you're near something like by beach or by shore or by ocean, something like that, we'll get a lot of salt in the air and by the sea mist and droplets of water there. And if you are by the desert, you will get a lot of dust and a lot of sand in your way. And you are in urban area, you will get a lot of chemicals coming from the factories and smoke coming from the manufacturing processes there. You can see some of these particles in the air around you, but most of them are too small to see. Thank you for listening, guys, and for your attention. Be safe at home, and good luck, grade 7. Bye.